Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Rolls to Astonish, where we're playing Wonderland: The Ties That Bind. The Ties That Bind. Wow, The Ties That Bind. Again, I am your host and eternal GM, Steven. Joining me tonight is the lovely and talented Slaya.
Why? That's not going to get you any specs. You know that, right? I'm playing Lise.
My wife. Everybody. Also joining me tonight is John.
Hi, I'm playing Lewis. He's a good boy. He just tries to help everyone. Sometimes he gets beat up. I'm not really sure why.
And Asa is also joining us tonight.
I'm playing Ines, the Latina delinquent high schooler who, in the underworld, has a gun for a hand and some other weird shit.
And last but not least is two new players joining us tonight who are going to be taking over some characters that we'll meet later. That is Keith and Emily.
I was told there would be cake.
I wasn't told a thing.
You were
The
lied
cake
to.
is a lie. The cake is
You
always
gotta
a
check your
lie.
messages. That's how you learn about this sort of stuff.
Nah, I'm on the fly kind of person.
Well, that's okay. I didn't really know anything, up to and including my own character, but we'll learn that on the fly.
Oh god. This is gonna be a shit show. Alright.
Oh, it's kind of better when it's organic that way.
Alright, so you guys have taken... I gave you guys some raw potential between sessions that you guys have spent on upgrading your characters a bit. You now have some fun abilities.
How much does it cost to increase an attribute? Real quick. I realize I'm plugging in.
It's in the workbench, which I've also found out there's a new version of. So after this game, I'll give you guys a link to that so we can.
Would that
update.
explain why I'm trying to increase my karate skill and it's not showing any additional moves or any bonuses whatsoever?
Yeah, probably. I'll pull that up for you and tell you what you got. In the meantime, so you guys have upgraded your characters, and I guess we'll cut straight to game. You guys are, oh. Okay, here we go. Karate. What level is your karate at now?
Level 3.
Okay, you unlock special move Karate Chop. Karate Chop.
Fantastic.
And your damage is a +3 now.
On top of strength and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Also, so your Karate Chop does the cross damage +2. The chop or breaking blow is a punch designed to do deep internal damage. If a con roll or STC roll versus inanimate objects is called for, these are at -1 and -4 respectively. It may be combined with a cross as well for even more damage.
Okay. I don't know how that works, but cool.
Yeah. I'm guessing that you can just do the attack and it'll do your cross damage +2.
Sure.
So, yeah, we'll go with that. Anyway, so the day has come, the day of the Red Queen's ball that what's his name? Salem said he would get you into.
Is Salem here? I would like to pet him.
He does not want you to pet him.
That's why I want to do it.
What's-
Not a serious
What
question.
is it? Is it a school day?
It is... Yeah, you know, it is a school day. And he says that he would meet you out behind the gym.
Ooh.
Okay, so I bring my dress and my makeup kit and all that nice stuff. I ask Inez if she wants some makeup.
She will accept, but she's bringing her shit in the backpack. So that ain't happening before school's out.
Makeover montage.
Have I got unattended access to the chemistry lab before I get in there?
Eye of the Tiger starts playing over your over your makeover montage. So you do your makeover. What did you want to do, John?
I want to make some explosives. I have a skill for that.
Oh God, not again.
Bringing explosives to the ball.
Yeah, just in case. Just in case. It's not like a for sure thing.
I'm worried about this. I think I'm worried about this.
What's my chemist ranking? It's 12. It'll be fine.
Did
Okay.
you blow up the school last time?
I blew myself up. But
Alright.
that's not important.
What's the number you need to roll below?
12.
All right, go for it.
So, just jump into Discord because Roll20 is breaking on me.
Why is it? What? It seems that Discord's also breaking on you.
Yeah, that was my own stupidity, that one. There we go.
Okay,
So I've got a 6 there as a 0.
so that's 10.
I've got a 10.
Nice. All right, so you rolled a 10. You do manage to mix mix some chemicals and manage to make something before a teacher comes around. You managed to make 2 things of homemade explosives. That's all I'm gonna give you.
He's grabbing. He'll be back. I hope. Steven, dead air.
Yeah. Yeah, you get your 2 things of explosives. What else did you want me to say?
Beautiful. I'm taking them to the ball.
God, how are you slipping them in?
I'm just going to have them in my pockets. I'm just going to stroll in there with it, see how it goes.
Do you have suit or anything?
In my pocket.
I have stealth. I mean, in New Vegas, when you're trying to sneak weapons into the Ultralux, your stealth is what you roll. So I guess I have to roll stealth, right?
Wait,
You
do
know
you
what?
have a suit on?
I will dress in my finest attire.
So your bar mitzvah suit?
Goddamn right. We're at that age. We're high school freshmen, right? That means you like 13 or 14.
Well, you'd be past that. I think definitely older than
Yeah,
13.
13.
At least, we're
Are you saying I got held back? I'm a smart boy.
No, bar mitzvah is 13.
at least 14.
That's what I'm saying. I would fit in the suit still. Still be
Yeah,
a skinny
there you go.
boy.
Yes.
There you go. All right, so yeah, so you meet Cheshire out behind the gym, looking like you're dressed for something that is
Homecoming?
probably dressed for homecoming, yeah. And he's like, "Oh, don't you look so gaudy?" Well,
you can
I
shut up.
guess it can't be helped. Mate, are you ready for the trip?
Just so you know, this dress was $200, okay?
Make no mistake, my dear. Don't get too attached to it.
No, it's not the $1,000 dress. I'm smarter than that.
So
Yes?
he says, "Well, I hope you fastened your seatbelts because you all are about to go on a trip."
So what are we doing to get in there?
He walks over to a wall and starts like scratching on it very precisely with one claw. It sort of like starts tearing in. He starts actually tearing into the brick, and starts forming a weird pattern Like one of those optical illusion patterns that almost seems to move when you look at it. And he's like,
Okay.
"This way, my small wards." And he just walks through the wall. At the point, it seems to sort of like...
Right.
It sort of seems to just sort of like... act like Jello, almost, and just sort of... as he walks
What do
through.
you say? We're going to go first here because if that falling shit happens, I'm not going to have Louis below me.
Yeah. Gonna go through the wall.
Same.
I'm rushing through.
Alright, so you guys walk through the wall, and you find yourselves walking... you find yourselves still walking, actually. But it's, like, over a very thin, like, bridge. Almost made of sparkles. Or not really something insubstantive. Almost looks like it's light that you've somehow managed to just walk out onto. Over a long, dark abyss.
This is like the never-ending story or some shit.
I've actually seen that one.
I know, wasn't it sad when the horse died?
Kinda.
I think that horse really died.
No, what's worse is my dad sold my horse the next day.
And you had a horse.
Yeah, of course I had a horse. He said it was because I wouldn't stop crying about the dead horse, and he's like, well, at least you should cry over a real horse. I think he just didn't want to pay for it anymore.
Oh my god.
That's some real psycho shit.
That's harsh. I mean, it makes sense when you put it that way, but it's still kind of cold.
You start hearing the Salem laughing. He's like,
Salem's not cool, man. She just opened up to us about her feelings and her horse.
"Time to go, dears." And then you just see a giant cat head just flying out of you at you out of the void. Like it must be at least 10 times your size.
Never-ending story.
And it opens its giant mouth and just snaps shut around you.
Where are we?
It's dark, and you start feeling like screaming fast sensation of just flying fast somewhere. Like this cat head is moving real fast. You feel like if you don't hang on to something, you're gonna be flying towards the back of the throat.
I grab for whatever I can.
You grab his tongue.
Same?
It's warm and squishy, and somewhat slimy.
You?
I let go.
You go flying backwards.
I'm gonna let go so that when I hit the fur ball, he'll choke us out safely. It'll be fine. And we're gonna get blasted to safety.
Just before you slam into the back of his throat, he suddenly It suddenly stops with a sudden abrupt stop, and then you hear that, and then you're spat out of the mouth and up onto some solid ground. You turn around, and the cat Salem is looking much grayer and stripier and bigger than he used to, but not like as big as the cat head was. It's sort of like almost like a mid-sized dog. And he's got
Salem,
this
you look like little
giant-
Totoro. You look like little Totoro, bud.
got this giant toothy grin on his face. He's like, "Welcome to the Red Queen's palace."
What is the state of
Hey,
her
Susu.
clothes?
And you guys look over to where he's gesturing, and you see what's on the roll 20.
Ah,
This
fucking
large
hell.
castle bathed in red, almost looks like it is bleeding from the walls.
Does it look suspiciously like the Disney castle?
Say what?
It looks suspiciously like the Disney castle.
A little bit. Don't
Wait,
worry
wait.
about it.
That's
What
only
is it?
because it's in the popular conception. We've gone full Persona.
What is the state of our clothing?
It's still pretty okay. It's still okay. There's
I
a
guess it's
long
just like-
line. There's a long line of
Right.
people waiting to get into the palace. They seem almost like every shape and size, and also every manner of dress. There's some like really fine looking suit, like probably like $500,000 suits and dresses going in there. Looks like friggin' looks like the fucking Hunger Games in here, and a bunch of like real poor looking people as well, like just barely wearing rags.
I'm going to ignore the poors immediately. I'm going to ask some of the better dressed people if they have an invitation.
They're like, they look at you with disgust, and they're like, "Of course we have invitations. How could you
Alright.
even How could you even question that? You.
I mean, look at
filthy
these
peasant."
schmucks. Look at them.
Wait, didn't Salem gave us invitations, right?
Yeah, he did. He coughed them up onto the ground in a big hairball, more like a big paper ball wad.
I'm going to grab that. I'm going to say, look at these schmucks. These rags. They don't have invitations. I'm just making sure I'm in the right line, bud.
Yeah.
Do we shuffle up to the front of the line?
No, they start going through. People start walking in, and you follow. There's some guards there's some guards standing at the gate that have just like these really horrifying visages of masks on. They're just like you can see blood trickling down their chin where the mask is not covered. And the mask is like a porcelain white with just these gaping black eyes and like a strange smile plastered across it, ruby red lips. And the guard says, "Invitation," and holds out his hand.
I offer him my invitation
He takes it.
and tell him it's Louis Skolnick, Party 3.
He takes
These
a
are my escorts.
takes a look at it, looks at
Excuse
the
me?
invitation, looks at you, and then just the invitation goes up in smoke. He's like, "Proceed. Enjoy the bowl. Your
Much
seats."
obliged. I would tip my hat, but it's against my religion.
He says the opening ceremonies will begin soon. Your places are in balcony 13.
Balcony? Wait, balcony?
Yeah.
You all right there?
Excuse me. I do not sit in the balcony. I sit in the orchestra.
He's like, he looks at you. He sort of cocks his head at you, and like you hear Salem purr. Like you feel like a sudden weight on your shoulders, and you hear a voice purr in your ear, but you don't see when you turn your head. You don't see anything there. And he's like, "Trust me, you'll want the view of the show."
Yeah, balcony is it's fine. Don't ignore her.
I'll see if there's a concession stand where I can buy her opera glasses.
Well, there's opera glasses for sale. It's like there's opera glasses for sale. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick some of those up.
So you guys go up and you start noticing that there's all the really richly dressed people are going up to the balcony as well. All the poor people are sort of shuffling in through the main doors. You guys get up into the balcony to take your seats, and you see that you actually are above a large ballroom, and all the poor people filtering in are just standing on the ground, while all the rich people are taking seats up in the balcony. And you see up ahead, you see in red, like against like the very balcony front wall thing, you see in very highly stylized scarlet cursive letters, you see written "Splash Zone."
I discreetly whisper to Rise, something Gracie's gonna happen down there.
This is so wrong. Right, whatever.
Is Salem still with us? Has he wandered off?
You don't know.
I hope these are not real
You still
people.
you still feel weight on your shoulders there, Rise. He says, "Watch the show. It begins."
I'm gonna ask Salem real
You want to
discreetly
see this?
if those are real people or if they're shadows in the popular conception.
Can he see them? Can he see Salem?
No.
Oh, he's just gone. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna hope for the best.
All
Good
right,
luck,
so you
down there.
you guys sit down and the orchestra starts playing their music, and then upon a up front there's a glittering golden throne with bright red velvet. And a large like Amazonian tall woman appears in a scarlet red dress, like with long flowing skirt, ornate rubies decorated all over her, large ring, earrings, necklace, crown, you name it, she's got it. She's got it going on. She walks in with a couple of the monsters that you encountered, Rise, flanking her on either side.
Oh, fuck, guys, that's what attacked me. When you were...
When?
Remember, I told you guys when I was left with your bodies and I got attacked at home? The broken mirrors?
Fucking Bloody Mary or some shit.
Yeah, that's what they look like. That's Bloody Mary.
Why does she have Bloody Marys?
And the queen, like, everyone starts applauding and cheering, and she just holds up a hand. Everyone goes silent. She's like, "My people, I am so glad all of you could come to my ball tonight. I welcome each and every one of you to the splendiferous, wonderful, tastic, lovingly arranged ceremony and entertainment we have for you tonight. But first, why don't we kick off things with a prelude?" And she makes like a slicing motion with her hand, and suddenly you hear a loud clang as iron bars drop around all the exits, in front of all the exits to the lower ballroom, and just these massive blades swing out from the walls, extremely fast, extremely sharp, and just slice the heads off of every peasant down below. And as their bodies stand there, their heads go flying, their bodies stand still upright as just geysers of blood start flying into the air, spattering over the people in the front row of the balconies as they cheer, getting drenched in the gore.
I still want to sing the orchestra.
The orchestra picks up and starts playing a jaunty beat as the queen is like, let the ball commence! Dance, my subjects, dance!" And all the cheering rich people up in the balconies start jumping down from the balconies themselves and just start dancing on the corpses of these people, stomping and with gore and flesh flying and bones snapping and cracking under the stomping of their dancing feet as they dance upon these corpses, just crushing them into a pulp, getting blood and gore everywhere in a horrifying display.
Wow.
Catherine might need to have a talk with Salem about the kind of parties he's inviting us to. This is beyond the pale.
Are they trying to make a metaphor about rich people and poor people? Okay.
Suddenly, you feel a hand on your shoulder, Rise.
Okay.
You turn and look, and you see one of the handmaidens staring back at you.
Is it the same one that attacked me?
No. Well, you can't tell the difference. They all look horrifying.
Can I help you?
The Queen has requested your presence, Miss Rise.
Oh. Do I still feel Salem?
Yeah.
Do I go Salem?
Could be fun. I'll watch.
Is that is that supposed to be reassuring? Inez, come with me.
I don't think I'm invited.
Can my friends come?
The handmaiden just smiles and she's like, "Oh, they will be taken care of on their own. Quite shortly."
What does that mean?
Okay. I stand up straighter, smooth out my dress. I go with her.
Don't die.
Steven?
Yeah, you go with her. She takes you through some passageways, and you find yourself on the platform with next to the throne, like with the Red Queen's throne. Looking down upon the gory dancing as as all of the patrons are now covered in just grotesque amounts of gore. And the queen sort of looks over her shoulder and she's like, "Come forward, please, Rise."
I do my best curtsy and then walk forward.
The queen just sort of looks back down upon the carnage, and he's like, "Magnificent, isn't it? Such wondrous lifeblood flowing everywhere, every inch and every drop, a story of the life that bled it." What do you say, my young subject? What do you think it beautiful? Do you think it grand? Do you see the malignant beauty in it?
Is it a metaphor?
A metaphor, you say? Why, it is just reality, my dear. It is every day.
Well, we don't call a car crash beautiful, do we?
Such anguish and twisting of metal and flesh. Oh, it makes me so elated.
Well, what is ugly then?
What is ugly? What is ugly? Ugly is not the antithesis of all that is living in life. What is ugly is the cold, uncaring feeling of non-living things. What is ugly is ignoring the beating heart of life and understanding it through a symphony of flesh.
But isn't that all those people down there?
No, all those people are alive, living, or once were. We will dissect every single one of them to learn their story.
The corpses. They're dead.
And so, the story is written in the DNA. I thought you were a smart girl. After all, you were the one who called me.
What now?
Didn't you call? I heard you. And then she snaps her fingers, and a handmaiden brings up a mirror, just echoing Bloody Mary, 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 over and over and over again.
But I didn't.
Well, my maiden here said she saw you when she went up there, and you're telling me that you did not call.
No, it was a movie. We were watching a movie.
She snaps her fingers, and the handmaiden comes forward. The one you recognize her because she's still a little bit beat up from your got a few stab wounds from when you fought her. And the queen is like, she's like, you did not bring me the one who called. You in fact brought someone completely unrelated. Off with her head! And a guardsman with an axe just swipes at her and just beheads her right in front of you. Blood just showers upon you in your dress, Rise.
Good thing it was the cheap one.
The queen turns back to you with a smile, just face spattered with blood, and she's like, "I'm sorry about the mix-up. I guess I will be seeing you. I hope you enjoy the party anyway. But maybe you would like to stay and see the beautiful work that I am conducting here."
I'm gonna. Steven, do you want to get her a bottle or
Yeah,
something?
I need to change her. Can you guys just role play for a bit?
So what is Lewis and Inez talking?
Yeah, what is Lewis and Inez talking about? Well, they see Lewis and Inez see Rise talking with the queen up there, and then see the maiden get beheaded.
She looks like she's fine. Maybe we should go down there.
John? John, you're muted.
I've been talking on mute like a dipshit. No, we might need to go down there. I've been people with these opera glasses, and I'm not 100% a fan of what's been going on.
We don't even know what they're talking about. She might be going to behead her next.
I would ask, can I investigate the strength of those gates versus the relative strength of my explosives? But GM is busy.
Well, you
So I'm just gonna.
You don't need to go through the gates if you just jump down.
That's true, but how will we get back up?
Well, who knows?
We should have invested in climbing. I mean,
It's
how
not
is
too
it
late.
that-
I have so many skill points.
To be fair, though, how do we get out of this at all?
I think it's one of those things where if you survive, you count it as a win.
That is true.
Inez walks up to the balcony and goes, "Hey, Rise, let's go see the other things to see here. Show. Yeah."
Yeah, Your Majesty, this has been a wonderful chat, but maybe I should go join. Or, well, I probably won't. I mean, my dress is already dirty, so I might as well, right? It's really nice talking to you. I do another curtsy.
She looks at you. She looks at you and looks at your dress. She's like, "What are you talking about, my dear? It looks more magnificent than ever did before. Scott, red is such a lovely shade on you."
Yeah, I mean, but it was like green, and red and green just make it look like Christmas, so it's just a little awkward,
Bloody Christmas holidays. Oh, don't tell me you'll be leaving before dinner, though.
No. We'll stay for dinner, of course. And that would be rude, right?
Oh, 'twould be. Please, why don't you join me?
You guys.
Is cannibalism not kosher? Can that be my excuse?
Are we having Soylent Green?
It might be steak. It might not have the veneer of Soylent Green.
So, Inez, you suddenly feel a weight on your shoulders. And Rise, you no longer feel the weight on yours, and you hear Salem's voice say, "Cut away as soon as you can. I will guide you. Your friend is here."
I'm sorry, Mr. Salem. Mr. Salem, can you speak up a bit?
Cut
Yeah,
away
whatever
as
the
soon.
background voice is.
Sorry. Cut away as soon as you can. Go with them, but as soon as I tell you to, break away and follow my instructions to a T, unless you want your friend to rot.
Oh, friend? Rise?
No, the other one. The one that's been trapped down here for weeks.
Cecilia? She's here.
Just follow my instructions. The queen gets up and she's like, and claps her hands, and everyone stops their gory jig. And she's like, "Come, everyone, it is time for dinner, and we are having only the finest feast of all." Everyone cheers, and the iron bars raise, and they start exiting through the doors. And
Yeah,
she turns to you three, and she's like, "You three shall be my guests of honor. Reese, these are your friends, no, Reese? I'm sure we can make arrangements for more than one."
Yes, of
And
course.
she looks down at you guys, like towering a good few feet over you guys, looking down at you like a predator looking at prey.
He's definitely gonna bow and be polite. And as soon as he gets to a waiter, he's gonna ask for the kosher option.
Well, she starts walking. She starts walking, and her handmaidens flank her. She's like, "Come, come, you will be seated at my table."
Oh, what an honor, Your Majesty. Thank you.
You guys start following
I
her.
was grateful.
You guys follow her
Yeah.
through some hallways. Along the way, you see some heads on display, and they speak at you as you pass by, and they're like, "Do not trust her. Don't." And they're like, "Don't get on her bad side. Walk the fine line. Don't. Just don't." And then.
I like that.
And
That
as
was
you
my
start,
favorite one.
you hear as you reach an intersection, and as you hear Salem say, "Now turn."
Alright, I'm just gonna... What, is Lou supposed to come with me? Or
Is Lou-
just me?
Well,
I
you're
haven't
the
heard
only-
the cat say
yeah,
anything,
you're the-
so if you like tug my sleeve, I'll come with you.
You're the only
If you
one
want me
hearing
to stay here as a
Inez.
distraction, that's fine too.
Yeah, I'll just be like, to the right, I want to use the bathroom or something, and then just sprint. It's just sprint opposite side. Just go.
I nod and ask the queen where she got that beautiful dress. I've never seen anything like it.
So you do. She's like, "Ah, do you like it? It's hewn only from the finest capillaries of the finest humans that we've found down here. Every inch of it speaks a different tale." sewn into the blood and woe and DNA of every strand.
That is stunning, Your Majesty, if I may say so. I know I overstepped, but I had to.
She smiles wickedly down at you, and she's like, "You may." And you keep walking.
Literal psychopath.
Inez, you are guided by Salem down twists and turns, eventually finding yourself at the foot of a stairwell that seems to twist up a tower.
Okay. I'm gonna stealthily climb the stairwell.
All right. So as you stealthily climb the stairwell, the cat is like, continue onward. Your friend is at the top. Do not steel yourself for what is to come, and prepare yourself for a fight. They will not give up such a valuable item so easily.
They have a baby prisoner.
You walk by a baby
at
head.
some point we have to bring in the baby from the books.
I don't want to bring in the I don't want to. That thing is so the beastly baby is the worst. Oh gosh, I hate it.
Well, we've got someone who can voice it, so we've got the NPC ready to go.
Yeah,
But can they voice it on command?
this is true. So you reach the top. Yeah, so you reach the top. There is, and you find this just, you find like a large room at the top of the tower. Smattered all over it is maps of various continents, and all of them are scribbled upon. Telling tales of forbidden loves, lost loves, cherished loves, etc., etc. All over these maps. It's pinned all over the walls, and in the with an ink brush with like blood in a little ink pot. And in the dead center of the room is a like a big autopsy table, and strapped down to it is Cecilia.
Dios mío.
Her chest has been cut open, and her heart is like flayed out, like just been sliced open entirely, and it's just spread out across, like in this meaty red across her chest, with various pins in it and little scribbles on each on various parts of it. And there's a large map with a with like that has a continent drawn on it and little scribbles in various places. They almost seem to correspond to where on her heart there are scribbles. And then you notice something else, Inez. At her throat is her necklace, her pendant that she wears. But instead of a locket at the end of it, there is a just black, gross, cancerous looking thing that has tentacles stretching and like interweaving into the heart, into Cecilia's heart. Like weaving black, gross, awful, spongy looking veins into the various capillaries and arteries of her heart and the various tissue of her heart. And it is like it sort of has stained it black. That is creeping and reaching into the various other crevices and parts of her heart. And as you come in, Cecilia, you see Inez come in. You've been in here for God knows how long, being horribly tortured.
So I lock eyes with her, and I don't say anything, because there doesn't seem to be a good introduction to this. Hopefully she knows more than I do, because right now I have a lot of other things to focus on.
Inez is going to just sort of be frozen there because she appears to be very dead. And this is, I mean, this entire universe is already a fever dream, but this is like extra fever dream.
Yeah.
So as you're staring at her, I blink a few times and say,
She backs the fuck up like, oh fuck!
"Don't go anywhere.
How are you even alive?
Are you here?
Yes, of course I'm fucking here. How are you even alive right now?
If I don't know what the fuck I'm alive, get me out of it."
Just gonna like slowly creep towards the table, and then like halfway, just like look around the entire room, and then start inching closer.
Just because this has been a very long time, it feels, and yet nothing time at all. And as you get closer, she said, "You don't. Real? Yes, real."
Well, she looks like, how many twists are? Like 5 twists. She's got like, she looks kind of weird and like sort of wispy. Then she also has like giant spiky hair, and then also has snake eyes and weird feathers, and also has a gun for a hand. So
Yeah, she's looking pretty freakish right now.
Take a wild guess and say that Cecilia hasn't slept through any of this, so this sleep paralysis demon will have to do.
I'm actually here, and you're not dead.
I'm dead. I'm not sure if you're really here.
How long
I'm
has it?
happy
How long
to
has it
see.
been since you disappeared?
What? It's been like 2 weeks now, right?
I think so.
At least, if not more.
It's been like a couple weeks. How long has it been there?
I literally don't know what an hour is right now. I don't know what minutes are. I don't know what moments are. You probably don't have like a ton of time, I'm gonna guess. And I love this chat. I love talking.
She's going to like try to. The pendant is like attached to. No, it's not gonna touch that. There's like pins and shit, or she's strapped down or whatever.
Yeah. It's all these things are true.
Okay. So she's gonna try to start undoing the straps.
All right. As you do, you hear a voice creaking out of the shadows, like, well. Now this is certainly interesting. And now we're gonna cut back over to Rise and Lewis. So the Red Queen guides you into this vast, large dining room. It's full of various long tables with all sorts of guests, all these rich guests seated at them. They're all now wearing perfectly nice clothes again, like no gore on any of them. Seems that they got changed on the way up here somehow, or just did. And the Red Queen weaves among them, and all of them are like, "Oh, hello, Your Majesty, Your Grace. Oh my God, she touched me. Oh my God, her dress touched me. Oh, that's wonderful." Just all these voices as she walks past them. And she walks up to a long table at the head that is set perpendicular to the rest of the tables, and she sits down in the very center and has you guys sit on either side of her. Well, actually, she has you guys sit on one side of her, and she has some other rich people sit on the other side, and she's like, politics, you know how it is. You have to have some people need to be on the right hand side. She's like, I hope you enjoy tonight's meal. It is certainly we certainly went all out with this one. I have quite a rarity and some very fine specimens today. And as she's saying this, some, large metal plates with the dome thing over them are brought to you guys and set in front of you. And she stands up, as like all these waiters stand in front of them, or next to them, or whatever. And she stands up and she says, "Ah, my people, tonight we feast. Let the thoughts and the creativity and the drive inform you with your nourishment of these fine dishes and these fine specimens that we managed to collect for your collective consumption tonight." And all of the waiters lift the dishes off, and underneath the dishes are heads of people. They all have the sort of scalp of their head, like scalp region of their head, just sliced open, and just the cap of it is sort of held back so you can see into their brain. And all of them, like, their eyes are all moving, and they all start screaming. And Rise, before you, is Jackson.
Fuck you, Pete. Fuck
no.
you.
Oh, wait, this is what I get. Okay, so wait, I get cut open. And you're being,
You
like...
warned me. You said it. Oh, God.
Alright, don't we have bigger problems to deal with right now?
Rise's screaming, actually.
You're not helping.
You're not helping.
Sorry, you just, ignored me during theater class, and now you're showing up on my plate, okay?
Okay, listen, you're acting like I want to be here. In case you can't tell, this isn't exactly how I expected things to go. You're the one with full control of your body, so that kind of puts you above me right now, alright?
Well, where's your body?
Let me get back to you on that one.
Jackson, you know that there was a room where your head was prepared that they took you at when they put the dome over you. You were taken out of. I don't know how.
Would I know how to get there? I think without the body, I'd have a hard time telling left turn from right turn.
Lewis, you feel a weight on your shoulders, and you hear, "If you want to find the boy's body, follow my instructions. But first, you'll need a diversion."
Can I get a good to-go box?
The queen looks disdainfully down at you, and she's like, "Is there a problem with your food, my dear?"
Yeah, I'm high in fat, and she's on a diet.
No, it's just, it's unladylike to be seen, consuming food.
She waves her hand, she's like, "It is not meant to be consumed, my dear. The consumption is not feeding. It is not something so base and disgusting and vulgar. It is meant to inform you, to explain the thoughts, the life, and the mind of the person, of this chap that you're consuming. It's an exploration of the senses: taste, sight, smell, even touch. This is the best of all. It's creative. They have such delicate and interesting minds to consume."
Is the queen distracted with Rise? Because then I'm gonna do what the cat says and boogie.
She might notice, considering that she's looking down at both of you.
I'm gonna ask the queen,
Do you?
doesn't this remind her of Harpagus? And would she tell me what these people did to deserve being our delicious food?
She's like, she points at Jackson. She's like, such a developing talent. He has such raw potential. It is rare to find someone unplucked at this stage when there is so much bubbling potential within him, some delicious creativity ready to spill out, and you get the raw, fine experience of it before it truly matures. It's like, ooh, that tenderness, that fine, refined flavor, sense, feel, delicious, utter delicacy, and you get the absolute privilege of having dipped to it, my dear Rise.
That's not what I wanted dibs to when I met him, but okay.
Cheshire, like, the Salem starts digging his claws into you, John, and he's like, explosives, you damn it, you fool, the explosives.
I mean, I'm awful close to them. I'm gonna try. It's a long table, right?
It's long horizontally. You know how sort of like the wedding party table is set up at a wedding versus all the other tables? That's the situation you're dealing with here.
Except this one probably goes on for a mile.
As long as it's sufficiently far away from me, I'm gonna drop a fork and curse my own clumsiness. I'm so nervous when I get around beautiful women, and the Red Queen is most beautiful of all. I'm saying all this out loud. And once I'm down there, I'm gonna prime one of them and toss it to the far end of the table, way over there, away from us.
Okay. All right. So you get back up in your seat, and she's like, "Well, aren't you going to dig in?" And then suddenly, boom! At the other end of the table, just people and brains and skull fragments and dressing and spices and potatoes and other things just go flying into the air, and everyone starts screaming.
I grab Jackson's head and start to run.
So
yeah, I gotta go.
So you guys start boogieing between tables amidst the confusion, and the Red Queen stands up, her face just going from a porcelain white to a beet red as she points at you and she screams, "Off with their heads!"
I mean, you already did that to me, so,
Okay, Jackson, where's your body?
Lewis, you hear Sam again. Follow my instructions to a T.
Reese, the cat's talking to me. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that.
Okay, what's he saying?
All right,
Should I have to listen to him?
We're gonna cut back to Inez and Cecilia now.
Okay.
So stepping out of the shadows is a tall man, bald and gaunt and bent over like a question mark. He wears a white lab coat and his skin is an asphyxiated blue. He sports a headset with magnifying glasses and various powers, flashlights, and quills in various colors. And he says, my, this is certainly interesting.
Inez will slowly turn around and go,
Such a delightful heart already that I'm mapping. Not my usual, loves. I love the forbidden love most of all, but this one is certainly something different. Such tragic love, such holding on to something lost, but not romantic. It's different. It's a different sort. One of familial love, but
lo
corrupt.
siento, señor. Estoy perdido. ¿Puedes ayudarme?
he sort of starts walking over to you, and he's like, my dear, do you know what this is? And he starts flicking the cancerous glob of black that is like tainting Cecilia's heart.
Is it painful? Like, do I feel it?
You feel it, but not as a physical thing. You feel it as like an emotional twang against you.
All right.
Like with
I'm
every
gonna stay
flick.
quiet for now.
With every
Yeah, it's
flick,
like
and it's like stimulating the pain that you feel for losing your grandmother, just over and over and over. Everyone feels like a knife being driven into you.
All right, I'm gonna remain quiet for now, but it's clear that I'm in emotional pain.
Emotional, somewhat emotional and physical.
Oh, cool. Yep.
You see, Senor, I try to find La Reine, the queen, say to a bathroom, but I
He's like, no, I see it all in you. And as he says this, he like flicks down a magnifying glass. He's like, yes, that love of a friend to a friend, so distinct yet so passionate. In this, you would go to such lengths.
Speak up and say, she was looking for the bathroom. I don't know where a bathroom is.
He looks down at you, and he's like, I find that very hard to believe.
You've had me here the whole time. I actually don't know where the bathroom is.
No, not that part.
That.
You're
Yes.
still here? Did we lose
Yeah.
the stream?
Hello? Okay, there we go. Now we're good. He says, I find it very hard to believe that she would come all this way looking for a bathroom when there's clearly one right at the bottom of the steps.
It's at the bottom of the steps.
Lo siento, sí, no entiendo.
He grabs you by the arm and he's like, No, you're not going anywhere just yet, my dear. I think that you're going to make a very interesting study in the conjoining of your two hearts and the mapping of both and how they connect.
All right, I'm gonna spit corrosive venom all over his face.
All right.
So
I'm not even gonna make you make a roll for the to hit. Actually, no. Make me a roll for the to hit. But if you fail, quote unquote, fail, then you would still hit just with like a 0.
okay.
So roll me to hit. Oh,
wow.
That was a good roll.
That's not so good. But my core is 12, so it's a 0 anyway.
Okay, so it's a 0 anyway. So roll damage.
I don't think it's a damage roll. It's a 2 damage impact, and then 16 toxin damage. Oh wait, no toxin damage because I didn't hit by 3 or better, so it's just 2 damage.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna have it hit by 3 or better, just because you're like point blank to his face.
Okay.
Yeah. So if that's
the
qual.
16 toxin damage.
Okay. 16 toxin damage. Oh boy. So he's like ah.
And then I'm gonna just push him away and then try to unstrap Cecilia. Yeah.
He's like, well then, I guess we'll have to do this the hard way.
Okay. Initiative or what? Or can I just
yeah. We're gonna do initiative.
Because otherwise I'm just gonna shoot him with my gun. That would be kind of loud.
Do you need me to roll into this, or are we good? I'm just not much I can do.
Yeah, I think you're strapped to the fucking table right now.
Yeah.
You know.
For my turn, I'm just gonna lie right here.
Okay,
gotta
I
hang
only
out.
beat it by.
I'm sorry that you're not. I'm sorry that you guest people are not doing much this time, but it was mostly intended to sort of be guest characters until they get you out.
Yeah. Not big.
Yeah, I beat it by 1.
Okay. Wait, were you roll? Oh, you beat it by 1?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. He, ooh, yeah, no. he failed by 2.
Oh no.
So you're gonna get to go first.
All right. I guess man, the whatchamacallit, the gun's gonna be too loud. How much
He's got a sword right
reaction does the karate? How much reaction does the karate chop
now.
cost?
Same as a cross.
Okay, so 5. And then it doesn't say how much reaction the venom spit costs. So, do you just want to say
I'm
it's
just gonna
like
say 5. I'll say 5.
5? Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck. I'm just gonna use the gun.
Okay. Shoot the glass.
I cannot. There it is. And that also doesn't have a reaction cost, so we just say whatever
5.
the gun
5
is
is
normally.
fine. 5 is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. And that's my core. Because I don't have firearms.
Wait, you're shooting a gun without firearms?
It just uses core. It's part of my hand, so it's not like it's a gun that I've acquired.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 6, so that's only
10.
a 10, yeah.
So it's by +2.
So you made it by 2?
Yeah.
Alright, so roll damage. Yeah, you roll damage now, right?
It's a damage chart, and it says for size medium, which we are, it's 21 penetration damage.
Oh yeah, you still rolled the damage roll because
So I still
you get,
roll.
Yeah, because that calculates
bonus,
how
that's right.
for the bonus to see how well you hit by.
Okay.
Okay, what'd you roll?
17.
Oh, that's pretty good. And you get +2 to that, so that's a 19. And since this is penetrating, that means it's 2 times damage.
Oh God.
Oh God.
That's 42 damage then.
What the fuck?
The gun is
The gun is good. The gun is good.
When in doubt, use more gun.
When in
That was
doubt,
how much?
gun.
So
Did he just
42.
kill a major Wonderland person?
No, this is not a major. This is not a major Wonderland person. It's a named one, but not a major.
It's, might want to talk to Marco about this gun.
No, it's where it should be. Okay, so he needs to roll. He needs to roll against this chart thingy here because you kind of nailed him hard.
If you know what I mean.
Wait.
What?
So you hit him good, and he needs to make a roll because you're initiating the damage stuff against him. Because that's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt like a bitch. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here's damage. 77. Okay.
You okay, Steven?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
He's just retarded.
Shut up. Okay. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out one more time. Okay. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that's bad for him. Oh no.
Did I blow his dick off?
He should have taken a roll last time. Actually, I'm realizing. But that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Okay, can someone... You did 48 or 42?
It was... The gun was 42.
Okay, could someone do...
But there's also the venom spit from before.
Yeah, I know there was. Could someone do 42 minus 6, 26? Plus... Yikes.
He's dead.
16 fan.
Oh. Oh no. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to...
Spit it out.
I'm just trying to figure this out. I think I got it. I think I'm getting it.
Just come already and fucking tell us what...
I believe in you.
Shut the fuck up.
You edge yourself, and you don't let no one tell you when to stop.
Shut the fuck up, you assholes.
You know, Carry On My Wayward Son is about masturbation.
Oh my god, stop it.
That changes
Wait,
everything about
Is it
Kansas
really?
for me, and I respect it more.
No.
I have literally never heard this before.
I was about to be very surprised.
It's a comment that I read on one of their videos right after they used it in South Park.
That sounds about right for the South Park audience.
But once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace
Okay.
when you are
The Don't You
done.
Cry No More part is a little, a little unfortunate.
Don't judge me.
Okay, I got this.
I'm a sensitive soul.
Alright, okay, I figured it out. We're good now. Oh, he got lucky. He got real lucky. He rolled really well. He rolled a 3. So, oh yeah.
But he's nailed to a wall, right?
No. He's fine. He's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah, because he rolled really, really good on his con roll. Like, absurdly. He rolled a 3 on his con roll. He made it by 8. But now he's really hurt. He's really hurt right now. Okay. After all my after all my calculations, I figured it out to be that. Actually, wait, no.
You know, you could just budget for a little bit. Just
No, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. So yeah. So he's like, it's like, oh, that hurt.
Toma este puta.
He's like, all right, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Let's go. And he's coming. He's coming at you, swinging his sword. Failing to hit you as he just swings at you and you dodge out of the way, or maybe I don't know, block it somehow. I don't know. It's your turn again.
All right.
Gun.
I like gun. I really like gun.
I really like gun too. It's a pretty good gun.
Rock, paper, gun.
But
Rock, paper, gun.
I want to try karate chop.
Okay.
I want to try it, but I'm not going to. And it's, I'm gonna use gun.
Okay, because gun is good.
Oh no.
Oh
I
no.
If I had done karate chop, I would have hit. But you said no.
No, you can do the karate
Use
chop.
gun.
I didn't say you couldn't do the karate chop. You could do the karate chop. I'll let you retroactively say that was a karate chop.
Oh, if it's a karate chop, then it hits by 0.
Okay, then roll damage.
Do you karate chop him with your gun?
Oh my
Fuck
god.
off.
Ah, that sucks.
Yeah, I karate chopped him with my gun.
You karate chop him with the gun. With the gun. Well, that's actually just standard damage. So what's your damage?
So what's the base, or what's the karate chop bonus?
Plus your cross plus 2. And remember,
That's
you're
4, and then plus
plus 3 from being high in karate.
plus 3 from. Oh, plus 3 from being high on karate.
Yeah.
And then does my physical stat add anything?
I think it just should just generate that onto your sheet. I think.
Physical adds into the damage. Okay,
Yeah,
so that's part of the
it
2 base cross then. So that's plus 2, and then plus 3 from karate. You said.
Yeah.
So that's 4
7.
plus 3 is 7, and then because I have main that adds to my physical damage, it would be 10.
Oh wow. Okay, so you swing. Ha-cha!
It's
And
actually a lot of damage.
That's actually a pretty good amount of damage.
You underestimate my chop.
And he's gonna have to. See, he's like, oh god, and he's gonna have to take a major roll actually now. All right, here he goes. All right, here he goes killing again. Oh my god.
What the fuck? Stop.
That's a
Stop
7.
It. Stop
Okay,
it.
it doesn't matter though, because he rolled with 4 over, made by 4. So he is dazed. And that means he is rocked so badly he is wobbly and unable to spawn much for a turn or more. He's like swaying on his feet. He's like, I'm gonna get you. Oh,
So my turn's not over yet.
Oh, yep, your turn.
Okay, and that. Well, so that happened during my turn, right?
Yes.
After I hit him with the- okay. In that case, I'm going to do another karate chop. Okay. I forgot this entire time I have 12 reaction. God damn it. I could have been doing 2 the whole time. I could have
Well,
been
you
doing
could
2
do
gunshots.
you could do your second thing if you
Yeah.
want. You could make a gunshot while he's dazed
I'm gonna
on
I'm
the
gonna
same
chop
first
again.
turn. Yeah,
I'm gonna chop again. It's on the same turn while
Okay.
he stays still.
chop again. 6
Okay.
So,
That's a 12.
12.
So it's by 2.
made by 2. Okay, roll damage. I think the combat's finally clicked for me, so now we're doing good. 12. Plus 2, right?
12 is
So it's a 14. That's
Minus
actually
1?
that's no, you plus 2. Remember, because
plus 2. So it's just
so you're
times,
yeah, it's times 1. So 10 again.
There's just another 10. Yeah.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez, man.
So Inez is just dodging at him, going, "Hiya!"
All right, so he's taking another major roll on the major
Chopping
wound
the-
chart.
chopping the.
Oh
fuck out of
my
him with his
god,
gun.
how is he standing?
How are you rolling so low?
He's just still dazed. He's really dazed. He doesn't like it. All right, back to your. So he loses 8 reaction, meaning that since he's below 5 reaction, he loses that as well and must still pay the days next round.
Okay, so I go again.
Yep.
Alright. She just goes, attack it! Turn me now! And fucking jumps in the air and smacks him on the head.
Wait, what? You're just karate chopping him in the head?
Yes.
Okay. Hi-ya!
Okay, what? I hit by 2.
Yeah, roll damage.
Fuck off!
Oh my god, it just keeps getting worse. But plus 2. So that's 13, still times 1. 10 more damage. Oh boy, here I go killing again.
Wait, which chart
That's
do
a
we
lot
use?
of damage.
What?
Which damage chart is it?
The top one. Oh my god! He's still just dazed!
What the fuck?
He's so good at this!
Okay, at
He's...
some point, doesn't the GM interfere?
No, this is hilarious!
Yeah, I think Cecilia's like, you're doing great. I think.
Yeah, and that's Cecilia's
have
like,
no
yeah!
idea what's
she's
going
gonna
You
on.
chop
continue
it! You
to
karate
beat the
chop
shit
it!
out of him.
You just keep beating on him.
Okay,
And made
that
by
was
one.
that's
Made by
by
one.
1.
Roll damage.
Okay, that's
12.
12.
So that's still 13. Still times 1. 10 more. Alright. Let's see if he continues to roll like a champ today. That's 9, 10. So that's different this time, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so he made by 1. He only made by 1 this time. Meaning he's gonna have a rough day. Oop, 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 oop. Oh, there it is. There's my table.
I can't help but think that the DC should get higher every time.
Oh, it would if you had actually gotten up to 90 total damage. He is now unconscious. You knock him out.
Okay.
You finally chop him across the. You're like, why won't you go down? And then smack him on the head one more time. He's like, blah, and falls over dramatically, unconscious.
Puta madre. He's gonna start trying to unbuckle. Well, it's gonna take a minute. Breathe. Okay, then start fucking unbuckling.
All right. You think he's not gonna be down for terribly long? All right.
Okay, when I'm done unbuckling, can I just slap him on the head again?
Well, he's still down by the time you're done unbuckling, but you still got the matter of the heart and the cancerous ball of nast.
She's gonna be like, okay, hold on.
Turn your head. Don't do it in the. Don't do it in the chest.
Give me a
Turn
sec.
your
Don't do it in the chest.
She's gonna take a break. She's gonna take a break and bash the unconscious guy on the head again.
Yeah, he starts getting up. He's like, "Argh," as you go over, bash him on the head again. Roll me damage. You don't even need to roll the hit. Well, actually, roll the hit just to see how much you make it by. Okay, by 2. Roll damage. Oh!
Much better.
Oh! That's a 19, meaning that it's +3 to your damage. You actually got a 13 this time. Oh. Okay.
Very nice.
Roll me. So now he needs to roll this thing. Okay, so that was a 9. Not great. But I believe I think you just knocked him unconscious again.
If I just do 2 attacks at the same time and add the damage together.
You know what? Sure. Yeah, we can do that. So, actually, you know what? We'll do that. You can do the chop and cross, and that gives the 13 plus the cross damage. What's the cross damage? Is it just that -2?
Can I not do chop and chop?
No, remember I said you can combine it with a cross to do even more damage.
Oh, okay. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, well, I think it's still gonna. You know. One sec. Just let me check one thing real quick here. Oh. Yeah, no, yeah, you could do that, and that I think that will incur the major. That'll incur the major damage. Or well, the critical, I should say. So that would actually kick him up to no, still unconscious. It wouldn't make a difference.
Oh my god. I don't have anything higher
hold on.
damage than gun.
Okay, he's knocked out for a few more minutes. You could gun him.
Run, run.
You could gun him while he's down.
Okay, I'm just gonna,
Roll for gun. Yeah, just roll for gun. You automatically hit, but
am I just gonna randomly just fucking murder this guy?
I mean, are you?
I don't think so.
You could.
I mean, he did cut open Cecilia on the
And do some horrible things. If she can attest that
in
she's
her
done
heart in
horrible
a few
things.
places. I'm gonna look around and make sure there's no one else nearby.
There's no one else nearby.
Okay, I'm gonna gun him.
Gun him. All right, roll me the gun. That's
10.
a 10. All right,
12.
roll damage, and add +2. Come on, big roll, big money. 14. 14. That's not bad. That's not bad. 14 on the penetrating is +1, so that's what, 22 damage.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Alright.
Is he dead yet?
I feel like he should be dead.
Okay. He made it by 0. And he's just unconscious again. Alright, he's out for a while. Oh yeah,
Okay.
he's out for a while.
Okay, see.
Okay. What are you gonna do about Cecilia's heart being?
Fucking dying.
What are you gonna do about Cecilia's heart?
I don't know. I'm not a fucking heart surgeon.
Just like tapping it with her finger and wondering if she should just put it back.
I have the
Not
doctor
sure what
skill
to
if you
do.
can get her to me.
I don't know how things work in this world. I shoot things.
I shoot things. It worked out pretty good.
I punch things.
Is there like a tray or a bucket or something?
There's a scalpel.
That's not what I asked for, but I guess I could try it.
Well, there is the cancerous growth to deal with as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking of just like putting it on a cart or something and walking around until I can get out.
Can I like? Is it like something that you could cut out, or is it like completely attached?
I think you might be able to cut. You might be able to cut it out.
Okay, so what if hypothetically, I took like,
You could at least cut out the massive part of it.
what if hypothetically I took out one of the doctor guys like metal containers and dribbled some of my toxic corrosive venom into it and then like dripped it onto the growth.
You could try that.
You're gonna spit on it?
Should I try to melt it?
I think it doesn't have a lot of options. She's good with
I don't know
whatever
what
right
else
now.
to do.
Also, you
That's
notice it is on the end of her necklace chain, like where the pendant normally is.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming I can't just unclip it and take it off. Unless I can. Let's try that.
All right, so you unclip the necklace, but the growth is still on the end of the chain, and it's still attached to her heart. But you're pretty sure if you just cut it off, you'll probably throw it away. I mean, you're not. There's still gonna be bits still in there, but the source is gone.
All right. First I'm gonna spit some venom in like a Dixie cup. I don't know. Fucking dribble it on there. Try and kill the thing.
Okay.
Thanks.
You dribble it on there. It's like it makes this weird squealing sound as it smokes and sizzles.
It's like she's having no reaction to this, but it's all internal and it's all very bad.
Oh
She's
yeah.
just staring kind of blankly. It's like,
I guess.
okay.
She's doing the anime girl
it
just
doesn't-
dead inside stare. Like, oh.
If it doesn't die after that, then I'll. Well, I have no idea where Lewis is. So I'm just gonna try to
Try to cut it off.
cut it off. I
right.
guess.
You make me a coordination roll.
Okay. I do have a fairly decent core skull.
Hey.
Okay. That's a 0.
You do manage to slice it off. It's not neat, it's not clean, but it's done. And you just grab the growth, throw it away. It splats against the ground.
And can I just like put her heart back?
So you're gonna sort of like take the pins out and just sort of fold it up
I,
into a ball and
I
just
guess.
plop it back in.
Yeah, I guess.
Alright, so you managed to do that.
He's
Got back in there.
He's used that, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
It is possible within my skill
So
range.
I don't think Inez knows how to sew.
A rib cage back
so-
together.
Just cross my arms really,
Say what?
really hard for a while, and walk kind of slow. I'll just cross my arms really hard for a while and then walk slow.
There you go.
Also, clothes.
I forgot about that part. There's a, surgery smock thing. Like
His
that you wear when you
jacket.
go, that you wear. Oh yeah, you could just take his jacket too.
Yeah, fuck him. I'm gonna kick him
I'm gonna-
into his
okay.
jacket.
I would give her one of those scrubs as well as the jacket, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, cut it.
Put that on. I'll be right back. She's gonna go into the other room and fucking throw up.
All right, we cut back to Rise and Lewis and Jackson. The cat is guiding Lewis through twists and turning hallways that, like, as doors just appear, vanish, halls like are shifting around you, and the cat's guiding you through it all. And you suddenly come into a big old room. That is a horror show of clamps and knives, so that subject's brains may be removed, examined, and prepared for consumption. Inside there, like hacking at a head, and like pulling out a brain and looking at it, is this big, fat thing. And as it turns to you, you see that its mouth is massive. The whole face is a massive mouth with jagged teeth. Wears a blood-stained apron, and its thickly muscled arms have metal talons set over the fingernails. When it speaks, the voice is cool, pleasant, and urbane. It seems to issue from the air around the preparer, not from its maw.
When it speaks, it's Stephen Fry.
Yeah, basically. Well, hello there. Today we're going
Man,
to...
everything in this place is messed up.
You see Jackson's body, like, just behind it.
Okay,
We're gonna want that.
is he looking at us?
Yes.
Monster Chef, we just need to take some of those scraps, for a doggy bag. We're just gonna take that off your hands real quick.
He looks at you and looks at Jackson's head in your hand. He's like, well, it seems that someone didn't like their meal. Bringing it back to the chef. I am the master chef here. How dare you!
Au
No,
contraire,
We
Monsieur
liked it a
Chef.
lot. We're taking it home.
We're taking it home in a doggy bag.
I smile.
Enjoy it later.
He steps over to you and lifts it up, examines it, like pulls the brain out and examines it.
Could use more salt.
Don't listen to him. He's a brain. We had the most delicious Cuban.
He's
And we
like,
said,
not
"Oh,
even
we
a
have to save him for
He's
later."
like, this was my masterpiece, a wonderful, unplucked, creative brain. How could not a single nibble be taken from it?
You see, I didn't pay attention in school, so there's really just nothing up there. It's just all fat. No muscle.
Anyone want to make a stealth check?
Oh, I would.
Yeah.
I just upgraded my stealth to a 13, and then my computer died. It's going through its system restore. So it's just.
Do you want me to roll
13.
for you, John?
No, I'm on Discord on my phone. It's
Okay.
gonna be okay.
Okay.
The camera won't help.
I got an 8.
Well, which one of you is doing it while the other is engaging the person?
I already rolled.
Do you have
Yep,
stealth?
listen to her.
I rolled way better than him.
Okay,
Yep,
yeah. Well,
listen
you're
to her.
you're doing it against I guess coordination, and that actually no, that makes it by 2. So so Lewis, are you engaging the guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to him about his preparation. I'm gonna get down into like what makes them fresher. Is it inexperienced, or is it still having potential left to go? Like, would Steve Jobs be tastier in 1984 when he's doing all those drugs, or in like 2000 when he sold next? He's kind of focused.
The prepare is like very warily. You know, make me a persuasion. Or do you have etiquette or persuasion?
I have diplomacy.
Okay, you know what? Roll that. Roll that.
That's 12.
And you know what? I'll give you a +2 to your stat, or well, to your thing, because that was a good roll. Because that was some good stuff you're throwing down there.
I
Yeah.
have an 11 on a 12. I'll take it.
Well, 11 on a 14, so you made it by 3. And he's like, a connoisseur then. Maybe you're not what I thought you to be. And he starts engaging your conversation on it, and he starts discussing with you the best way to get these creative minds, and like the best way to prepare them and other things like that. Rise, you managed to sneak over to the body and grab it. Make me a make me a strength roll to try to shift his body along.
Oh boy, the small Asian girl making a physical roll.
A strength roll, yeah. To pull his body along and out with you. I need a...
That's 6.
Oh, you made it by 4! Wow! Okay, so you managed to, like, drag him out pretty quietly. You managed to, like, lift him and drag him, like, oh, come on. And you managed to slip out the door with him. With his body.
Where's the head?
Well, you've got it, actually.
Stealth check
Wait,
100.
he gave me back the head?
Oh, wait, you're right. He's got it.
One step at a time.
Can I? I'm gonna try to convince him to give me that. Now that I know Rise's got the bot. I guess I'm gonna ask him, like, if it's like a fine wine, like, could I tell just by the heady aroma, pun intended, that this was a good brain?
Oh, something funny, John. Actually related to what you said about Steve Jobs. The preparer wants only the most rarefied subjects for his feasts. It is those who think in some way different. Oddly, owning a Mac doesn't qualify you.
Oh no! I'm ruined! Maybe designing a Mac that overheats because you think fans are for losers is thinking differently enough.
All right, so she,
Dave,
what?
get back on.
Are you?
I've already.
Yeah, John. John, how are you gonna get the head from him? Back from him?
I'm gonna convince him to let me sniff the head. I'm gonna ask him if there's like a heady aroma that I could tell this was a good brain just by smell alone. Like if I was being offered a head in a fine restaurant, how would I know what was fresh and what was not?
And he's like, well, you see, there's not always an aroma per se that can distinguish it, but sometimes the best brains do have such a tint, a very subtle smell to it that is so unique. Here, would you like a smell of this one? And he holds it up to you. He holds Jackson's head up to you.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna start sniffing in there.
Oh yeah.
Now, how close am I to his mouth?
Whose?
The preparer.
He's got his mouth not pretty far from you, but he could bend down and get you if he wanted to.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna ask him to take a sniff and kind of describe it to me, and I'm gonna try to get an explosive into his big old gob.
What?
Does he look sturdy? Like if he ate explosives, I would be fine.
He's pretty stocky.
That's good enough for me, and for Jackson. I see. I also have the gun I got from Shadow Ignatius. I could try just blasting.
I like the explosive better.
All right, I'm
Explosive's
gonna try
pretty
to.
good. So we're gonna say
I'm
this is
gonna
an
try
AV.
to-
We're gonna say this is an AV satchel, maybe.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to sneak it into his mouth. Just like while he's talking, he's got a big mouth, it's flappy. Just gonna get it in there. Like a layup.
Steven?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to look at explosives here because this is hilarious. All right, so we are saying this is going to be where are we going to say this is on level of a frag grenade, a blast grenade, an AV satchel, or one stick of TNT?
Probably not like the whole satchel of plastic explosives. Like this is something I whipped up in the chemistry lab. Probably
So
gonna be like one stick of TNT.
One stick or maybe two sticks? I don't know.
Yeah. Something
Two sticks
like
of
that.
TNT. All right, so roll me. So first, roll me to hit. There's roll coordination to throw it up in to lob it up in there.
That's believe it. That's right. My character sheet is on fire. Oh no! It's a 16.
16.
Do I have SP to spend?
You know what? We'll say you got some SP to spend.
I have CP, that's for sure.
No, we'll say you got some SP to spend. Some success points. That is will pull your roll down. What did you need?
I need 4, which is a lot. Or I could just say that I dropped it. We all have to hit the deck.
You know what? I'll let you do a re-roll just this once because that's actually because he wasn't. You know what? I'll say because he wasn't expecting it. I will give you that little +4 that you need to get him because he was very distracted by the sniffing the aroma of the brain. You just sort of lob it up
You
in there.
really want this to happen?
This is good. I like this. I'm sorry. This is great.
I should have rolled sneak. I have a higher sneak, but we'll get there. I'm gonna get a firm grasp on Jackson's head because we're gonna need to leave.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to say this has a base damage of 10. Roll me damage now. Roll me damage.
That's 46 plus 10.
And the damage modifier is going to be plus... It says minimum +4 if it actually hit him, but since it's inside him, I'm going to make it +8.
That's 46 plus 8. Okay.
Because this is bonkers. Oh no.
It doesn't.
You
doesn't
forgot the
understand.
R. You forgot the R. Just remove the +8. We'll add after.
Yeah, it doesn't understand. It's okay.
Okay, so that's
So
a 1,
that
a
would
5.
be 23.
So that, well, you forgot that it's a 6, so it's 1, 5, 6, 9 plus 8 is 17.
No.
That's a solid distraction.
Oh wait,
Okay.
never mind. So it's the base damage is actually 18, and then you got a 19. This is gonna be penetrating because inside. Oh wait, this is impact damage. Okay, but you know, since it's inside him, I'm gonna say that's penetrating because that's literally in the guy. So you got an 18, you said, on penetrating. That's gonna be plus 3. So you did 18 plus 3, 21 damage to the guy. You're gonna bypass all of his armor because it's inside him. That is actually not enough to even hit. Well, that is sub wound. That's not good for you. But it does surprise him. It does surprise him enough that he drops the head. He does drop Jackson's head.
So he's gone full Looney Tunes. It just burps up the explosion. Gotcha.
Yeah, basically. He was able to tank it.
I'm not exactly excited about my head about to hit the floor.
You're
I
like,
got
oh
you,
no!
Jack.
All right.
I mean, I was gonna save Hot Latinas, but I'm gonna save you. It's a matter of principle at this point.
Dunka.
Hot Latinos, one of whom has a chest cut open.
I mean, I don't know that in character yet.
This is true.
We'll come back to that. Yeah, we're gonna boogie. I'm gonna tell Reese it's time to go.
He is the preparer is very angry that you have tricked him. Let me roll a. I think he's got a minor wound.
If I just... Okay, do I have like a scarf or something?
Oh, that's a 15. That might not be good for him.
Steven, do I have a scarf?
One second. Oh, he actually failed by 2. He's actually you actually dazed him.
Nice.
So you got a chance to run. Yeah, you do. You can have a scarf, like a shawl or something.
Okay, I'm gonna take Jackson's head. I'm gonna take the body, and I'm gonna wrap my
Tie it
scarf,
down.
tie the head to the neck. Does it work?
Yeah, that works. That's good enough. You just sort of like loop it over his head, under his arms. You just don't wobble too much.
I'm pretty sure
Jackson will be
logic
okay.
doesn't exist in this world, so I mean that's fine.
It's full-on cartoon logic. Like, if it makes sense as a visual gag, it's fine.
Okay, Lewis, you take one arm. I'm taking the other.
Yeah, let's boogie.
All right, you guys start boogieing, and as you feel a weight on your shoulder, so you guys.
Steven, you're not.
What?
Your sound is off.
My sound is gone.
Oh, there, it's back.
Okay, it's back.
Oh,
We're
I hear ya.
Okay. So, Inez, you and Cecilia are running through the ever shifting hallways and doors. It's like complete nonsense. How this castle is laid out. It's like ever changing, ever shifting. And you're like, oh god. When suddenly you feel a nice, comfortable weight on your shoulders, and a voice says, "All right, I will guide you to the rest. This has been such a fun party. I love
fun!
this."
Oh, sí, muy divertido, so fun. She has a fucking incision in her fucking chest.
You don't have to tell me I know.
Yeah, because you can't see the cat.
No,
Cecilia.
I'm still extremely dazed.
I'm not talking to you.
I look behind me. Look back. Okay, sorry.
It's my invisible cat. He's a fucking pooper.
Oh, okay.
He guides you through the ever twisting. He guides you through the ever twisting hallways. As Inez, as Rise, Lewis, and Jackson, you guys are running through again, and you guys suddenly see Inez and Cecilia, and you guys now see each other. Jackson's got his head tied down to his neck through a weird shawl rigging, and
It
Cecilia
worked, don't question
is somewhat barely clothed, with a big old hole in her her chest cut open, and is bare.
If
holding
you're
it
wearing
together.
scrubs, your chest is not visible.
Okay.
No, but there's definitely
I
a
forgot
line
about
of blood.
Yeah, there's a big line of blood.
Who the fuck
Lots
is
of
that?
blood.
I don't think Inez has seen Jackson.
Yeah, you haven't met Jackson yet. Granted, they haven't met Cecilia yet either.
This is Jackson, the guy I do theater with.
Oh, you found your boyfriend. Okay, let's get out of here.
No, I mean, well,
We'll deal with it
She's
later.
already
No.
watched. She's already leaving. She's already leaving.
Jackson's like,
We'll deal with it later. Also, your escape gives me time to think.
Also, I think Inez is now the best dressed now because Reese has blood everywhere.
Well, you got some
Louis-
blood on you.
Lewis probably has some exploded shit. So I don't know.
I have a 13 in doctrine. Can I help these poor people? These poor fucking people?
let's get out of the palace first.
So
Yeah, that's probably-
suddenly a door appears in front of you guys, and it bursts open, and the queen is standing there, red-faced and furious. She's holding like a battle axe.
The queen is someone we are not wanting to engage, correct?
Probably not.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, that's high on the list of people we don't want to deal with.
Run the other way!
And then suddenly, Salem, in his much bigger, fuzzy, stripy form, appears, and he's like, "Oh, Queen, it seems that you're having quite a bad time at your own party. Why don't you sit and relax?" And she looks down at him, and she just gets even more like furious. Like her face is going from like red to like purple with how much blood she's pumping into it from being angry. She's like, "Get that damn cat!" And he's
Remember,
like,
they're going for the cat, they're not going for us.
and the cat turns to look at you guys, and he's like, "Well, sounds like it's time to drop this party. It was so much fun crashing at your highness. I'm sure we'll see you again at the next one."
Stop talking, get us the fuck out
As
of
he
here.
just darts through your legs and like slashes at the air, and a big sort of rip in the air forms. He's like, "One by one, children, let us go," and he jumps through.
Inez is just
Yeah, I'm following that cat.
continuing to curse him out.
You
As we were
just
stating.
hear like you guys just hear a rage-filled scream behind you as you guys jump through, and Reese, who's the last one through?
Probably Inez, pointing a gun.
And as you feel some of your hair getting just like sliced as you go through,
Oh,
and
good thing I have an extreme excess.
and the portal closes behind you. You guys find yourselves like tumbling and flipping through a void. And the cat's like, "Well, that was fun. I'm sure I'll see you all again soon. But please, keep yourselves away from parties for a while. You children are much too young for these sorts of soirees." And you guys find yourselves like just suddenly find yourselves like back on the street, like in front of like just in sort of like the downtown area of your little town, and there's just a bunch of colored beads just littered all around your feet.
Wait, and what state is all the wounded people in?
Yeah, I'm
Put together.
peeking at Jackson's neck.
It's fine.
So,
Yours
how
look
does
normal.
this? So, are these just things that like carry over next time we go down, or?
You don't know.
Well, I mean, we've been injured in the past, yes. So,
Yeah. But these seem to be different. Almost like they weren't injuries per se.
Inez is immediately going to like pull Cecilia around the corner and make sure that she is not bleeding to death.
You just like pull down the. She's still wearing the scrubs, by the way. So you just pull
Yeah,
down.
do I still have the jacket and such?
Yeah.
Okay, like I don't even fight it. I'm curious too as
You
to
just
whether
like
or not
pull
I have
down.
a
You just like
capable-
pull down the front of the scrubs a bit. You're looking down there, just sealed up. You feel, and Cecilia, you feel like the pangs of loss of your grandmother, but they're like not nearly as powerful as they used to be.
Yeah,
Not
right now I'm
even close.
attributing that to the fact that I feel like I just woke up from a coma, but it'll sink in later that this has been, like a real experience. Because right
Yeah.
now she's just looking at her like, did I run? Did I walk away from the hospital? What happened? You're not a bird person anymore.
Okay. Let's close. Actual close. I can go into. I can give you some of mine.
Lewis will offer her his jacket if it helps.
I wear both jackets.
Okay,
one on
tie
each
one
arm.
around your waist. I don't know. Don't have your butt hanging out.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's a good point. So I kind of do that. It looks terrible. I have one across the waist, one worn. I really do look like I not only walked out of a hospital, I escaped from one.
How's Jackson?
Look at everyone.
Jackson's neck is fine. Also, Reese, as if you examine it.
Just make sure it gets back on straight and facing the right way.
It was,
Jackson, don't be ashamed to check the penis. I do every time I transform again. You never know what's going on.
wait, how did
I did
get
not
down
consider that.
there?
Thank you for bringing it up. You know what? Anything can happen down here. Listen, it's just
Listen, I have no idea how to explain any of this bullshit. So just call your nanny or whatever and have her talk to them.
I mean, I'm just kind of taking it as it comes.
You guys
No,
suddenly
you
hear
did get-
You guys suddenly hear. Are you guys picking up any of the beads on the ground? By the way.
Yeah, we're picking.
Oh, I'm
yeah,
scooping
what
like a
is it,
man.
New Orleans beats or something?
I'm guessing Lewis is picking up the beads.
There is
I'm gonna
20.
take off my shirt, tie the sleeves closed, and fill my shirt with beads.
There is 20 beads in total.
Nice.
And there's 5 of us.
Yeah, but 2 of them have not had any juicing yet.
That is true. I'll give all of my juice to Cecilia.
Yeah, let's just give these guys 10 beads each. It'll make their character building harder, but they'll be leveled correctly with them.
This is true.
Appreciated.
Thanks a bunch.
Okay.
Do I put these somewhere or do I just hold them?
You guys suddenly hear a.
There's a hot ass nurse. You're gonna love it.
You guys suddenly
Okay.
hear honk honk
Oh
as
my
a
god, it's sombrero
Christ.
guy.
limousine pulls up.
Is this like a sleep, or is this like happening?
No, this guy's relatively real. He's an interdimensional traveler.
The real
He's fine.
life.
He's got
and
sweet energy.
not
drinks. You
fantasy.
should accept them.
Oh god, he could do surgery on you guys. Make sure you're not like gonna lose your heads all of a sudden.
Surgery in a limo. I dream. Okay, let's
Well,
go.
there's like a weird abandoned hospital inside the limo, so it's fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, Alice can look at them, right, Lewis? Why didn't we think of that? Alice, can you make sure they're not gonna like die on us?
Yeah, I mentioned the hot ass. nurse.
The door to the limo opens, and you like. Are you guys getting inside? All of you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Might as
I'm,
well.
I'm taking Jackson by the arm and tossing him. He's gonna love it. He doesn't know.
He's gonna love it.
I was gonna get in anyways.
All right, so you guys get in. It's so for the 2 newbies. For the 2 newbies, allow me to get things going here.
Persona music.
Life will change, baby.
Despacito's not working.
Oh, it's the theme when Igor is doing his thing. Okay, I got it.
It
So-
took you this long to figure it out?
I play Persona 5 with the sound off so I can do that. Don't go by me.
All right, so wait, Asa, why are you reeing?
Why am I what?
There's just a re.
Oh, that was the sound the queen was making.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so you guys are in a lush, like, it's rather spacious limo car back seat. It's plush blue velvet on all the seats and on the ceilings and walls and floor. It's rather spacious. All of you can sit in here quite comfortably. Sitting across from you guys is two people. One is a tall, gaunt man in a large top hat and a black suit. And he's got like a long nose and a big grin, and he keeps the brim of his top hat.
Are Slaya and I about to be offended?
And he keeps the brim of his hat tipped down over his face, so you can only sort of see half the face and the big grin. And the other one sitting next to him is a girl, maybe early 20s, maybe late teens, somewhere in that range. She's wearing a blue dress with a white apron and has long dark hair and I believe brown eyes.
Green.
Green eyes? Yeah, green, you're right, green eyes. Nope, wait. Did I ever...
McGee's Alice?
Kaleidoscope.
That's brown. That's brown.
McGee's Alice?
Just looked it up and it's brown.
No, her eyes are green.
Well, that's weird.
This is clearly
Does it
the
really
most,
matter?
This is the most important debate that needs to be
Doesn't
out there.
matter. Doesn't matter, he asks. It always matters. You know it does. All right. Anyway, so she's sitting with a notebook, or well, a sort of ledger book in her lap, very quietly. And the man starts speaking. He's like, "Well, it seems that you've found your friends. Good job. Very fascinating. Things are coming along quite nicely now that there are more of you to entertain. I wonder where things will go here from now. It seems you've pissed off Her Majesty." But that's no matter. No matter. Maybe
So
she'll
I'm
get
guessing
over it.
we can't just like not go down there anymore.
Wait, is there a way to not piss off Her Majesty?
Oh, she is a temperamental one, isn't she? Granted, not as bad as the Pale Widow, but that is another matter entirely. Granted, the Pale Widow may be worse, but at least you know what you're getting from the Queen. Just don't piss her off, which is very difficult indeed. What a firecracker. Now,
So this
you two.
fair widow, is that like a person who's a widow and doesn't wear any clothes, or like a giant spider?
Pale Widow, but that's another matter.
Okay.
Now, you two, your names. He points at you, Emily, Cecilia, and Jackson. Welcome aboard. I'm sure you'll be having quite a fun time now. Things are about to get very weird for you. Though it seems...
They're already quite
No.
weird. The fact that you implying could get weirder, I'm not gonna lie, this isn't filling me with hope.
He just chuckles a bit. He's like, "Oh, don't worry. We're all mad down here. It's all very fun, though. I'm sure you'll get used to it. Or if you
I
don't,
would
you'll
like
just
to
go
get off
mad
this
like
madness
us."
wild ride.
Now, why don't I let you take it from here, Alice? And she scribbles something in her ledger and she puts it down. She's like, "It seems that you have found more raw potential. For the newcomers, I can always offer procedures to help them with it. We can refine it for you and allow you to utilize it in ways that will actually be useful to you."
As an ask, is this something I should do? Or
So what was he just talking about the beads?
The potential, yes.
It's worth it if you don't want to die. Yeah, I mean, I did it.
Yeah.
She can also check on you to make sure that you're like not gonna have a gaping hole in your chest.
Pretty good deal. Okay.
Kind of worried about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a worry right now too, I guess. All right, well, thank you, Alice. Yeah, I'll take the not gaping hole in my chest surgery. Please, I have 10 beads.
All right. So the car suddenly stops and the door opens. She's like, "Here's your stuff."
I just sit there stupidly like, okay. Bye everybody. And then I slowly slide out.
You slide out and you see before you a large hospital. And before you know it, you feel yourself you suddenly blink and you're on a gurney being rolled through the hospital. You see a sign overhead that says trauma ward. And then you're burst through some doors and then you find yourself, you blink again as you burst through and you find yourself on in a chair, with a IV, sort of a hospital bed, and with IVs with this glowing green liquid going into them. And Alice is there in a rather short, quite short nurse's outfit. And she's...
I imagine she looks like the nurse from Killer is Dead if you ever played that.
Killer is Dead, also, or, what's it called? Evil Within.
Yeah, same guy. Yep. Well, no, not the same guy, but same place.
Same idea. Yeah. So, she's like, it says here on your chart that you're suffering from broken heart or some sort of malignancy within your heart. Do you mind if we take a look, see?
A little. I've had a bit of, no, you're the doctor, go ahead.
She steps over and she just sort of grabs where your sort of chest is sort of held together a bit. She just pulls it open and then pulls your heart out.
Do this again.
And she's looking at it, turning it over in her hands, looking at it, and she's like, pokes. Seems that you had some refined sorrow held near this for a very long time. Tell me, were you ever given a locket of some sort? Say again, sorry.
Please put that back. I just got it there.
She's like, yes. Sounds like someone slipped you a sigil of mourning. Sorry, you're getting lost.
I know, my internet gets a little bad after a time. Okay, yeah, morning. My grandma died, and I would like my heart back in my body again, please.
She puts it back and closes up your chest again, and then sort of starts suturing it shut. She's like, it seems like someone slipped you a sigil of mourning. It is filled with the ash of crying leaves, and while you're wearing it, you can't progress in grieving at all. Just prevents you from letting time heal any wounds of yours. So it's a good thing that you got rid of it. It seems that there is some malignancy left, but with time and with possibly with talking it out or other methods, you can remove the remainders of it. But be very careful. Be very careful. You don't want something like that being back to you.
Try to be careful.
And she's like, now let us progress with that potential of yours. And you just feel a rush as she just pulls a lever and just more of this green goo just starts surging into you. And we'll deal with that later. because that's basically CP allocation and buying twists.
Later.
Yeah. So Cecilia, you find yourself in front of the limo again. And the door opens up, and Alice gestures for you to get back in.
Thanks, Dr. Alice. That was enlightening, I think, and thank you for putting it back. You did a lot better than the last guy. Okay, bye. And I crawl back into the limo and look at everybody like, I think it went all right.
For certain definitions of all right.
It seems like she was only gone less than a minute. To everybody in the limo.
Did she fix your
I think, Alice and I talked. It was
situation?
nice. Yeah, I got like ectoplasm or like that stuff from Ghostbusters injected into me, and I feel all weird, but that might also just be the morning, or it could be the fact that my chest was cut open. Anyway, you should try it. It was okay.
Which part?
Because the whole package was fine. I have like a weird
Right.
taste in my mouth. That might be the ectoplasm, but it's not bad.
Alice
So
just
we're going to have kind of a talk after this.
Alice,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That'd be nice.
Alice gestures to you, Jackson. Jackson?
Hello. Oh.
Hi. She gestures to you. You're gonna go out there. Keith?
Oh. Oh. I'm gonna be totally honest, man. I just got my head reattached. I have like no clue what's going on. This is all over my head in more ways than one.
Oh, god damn it.
Celia earnestly laughs at that.
Why you laugh? You know I'm right.
Jackson, go for it. They'll give you powers so you never get your head cut off again.
You know, I will. You know, it seems like the only way to go is going forward, so I will go into the creepy place because this has just been creepy since word go. Okay.
Alright, so you get the same treatment, doors, stretcher, going into the thing, going into trauma ward, etc. Chair.
Well, I
And
did just get my
she's
head chopped off, so.
Green stuff in your arm, and Alice is there in her short dress. She's like, seems that you seem to have lost your head at some point. Guess we'll have
Yes,
to-
in more ways than one. Actually, just in one way, a very literal way. If you could make sure it's on straight.
She steps
I'd like to
over and
use it in
sort
the
of like,
future.
she sort of steps over, twists it a little bit, like, smooths out your hair, does some sutures on your head, scalp, and does some sutures on your neck. She's like, some staples right into your neck. She's like, you should go away soon. Just be sure not to get in over your head anymore, or else you could lose it again.
You know, it beats getting melted butter drizzled into my brain, so, strict upgrade, I guess.
And you get the same surge from the machine, and she flips the lever, and we will deal with that later.
Yeah, pre-workout.
While he's busy, Lewis is going to ask Reese if she ships Jackson and Cecilia.
Only
Seems like
gone
that's
less
kinda
than a
cool.
minute, so
Ship who and Jackson and Cecilia?
Yeah.
I'm
Hold it
pretty
against the
sure,
window.
pretty sure Naz and Cecilia have something.
Oh, that kind of anime.
They just
Okay.
live here.
Can fucking hear you, you know.
I mean, what was that looking down her chest?
all right. So Jackson comes back.
Hi.
Your head on straight?
Yeah, a bit better than, strict upgrade to how it was. got that weird freaky thing going on, but with the green stuff. But I'm just rolling with the punches,
At this point.
Listen, man, I'm so in over my head. I just want to go home, but I have a feeling that I'm not going to be allowed to do that, aren't I?
So the man's like, rest up. You're going to need it. I have a feeling that things are going to get much more eventful around here. And the limo stops. He's like, seems like this is your stops. I will see you again at some point soon, I'm sure.
I hope not.
Yeah, are we done here? I mean, we saved our friends, we got our shadows. What more do we have to do?
Oh, there's so much more coming for you, my dears. So much more.
Look,
And-
Mad Hatter, Igor, whoever you introduce yourself.
And then the doors
I'm a
open
big
up.
fan of your work. I want to see you again. It's more than
Doors open, I'm just leaning against the window, so I just flop out onto the street.
You flop out onto the street and you find yourself in front of your house.
Oh, God, how... I'm, she's trying to picture in her head how she got here. And gives up and just goes inside.
Okay, Jackson, I'll see you tomorrow in theater. Yeah?
Inez needs to talk to Cecilia before she goes inside.
Okay. She'll be kind of staring at her house then for a little bit.
She's like, so, your parents just kind of think you went away to some camp or boarding school?
Wait. Inez, you got out?
Yeah, I was gonna get out with Cecilia.
Well, when you get out, you find yourself in front of your house.
Well, can I not, request to get out with Cecilia?
I mean, you could always request to get out with Cecilia.
Because that's what I was wanting to do.
Okay, yeah. You can get out with Cecilia.
Okay. Anyway, I was saying that's the thing I was saying. And they haven't really they just kind of watch telenovelas and shit. They didn't really yeah.
Cecilia kind of chuckles and says, You're not really telling me anything I didn't expect, I guess. But thank you for telling them something. I wouldn't have wanted them to go down there. How did you... Were you looking for me all that time?
Yeah.
Whoa. Jeez, alright. Well...
I mean, it was only 2 weeks, but we almost died 7 times, so...
Yeah, that's two... 7 times you almost died.
I don't know, this has been a lot of times.
Well... Thank you, Inez. I'm processing, so much today, but how about we hug it out, talk tomorrow. Maybe, I don't know if this is still a coma dream, to be entirely honest.
Neither do I. Bring it in.
Alright. And hug, pat, pat. Okay, well, good night, I think. Do I say good night? No?
Later.
Alright, later. And she stumbles inside.
Okay, everybody else gets dropped off at their respective houses.
Friendship.
Oh man, what the hell just happened?
Y'all go to bed
That
for
was
the
the
night.
worst hangover ever.
Have my parents come back from the business trip yet?
Don't drink the green stuff.
Yes.
Did they notice the broken wind mirrors?
We're actually... So what I'm going to do here is we're going to do a little montage shot.
Note to self: don't mix shrooms and heroin.
We cut to Alice and Senor Sombrero, as you like to call him. Mr. Hats. Now Alice is like, are they ready for what's coming? And Mr. Hats is like, we shall soon find out, won't we, my dear? There's so many things coming that they can't even dream of. And we get a shot of the school. We get a shot of We get a shot of the school. We get a shot of a creepy-looking ice cream truck parked near it. He's like, things are moving at quite a rapid pace, and they'll have to keep up with it. You get a shot of Rise's dad looking at a mirror, noticing, like, looking at a mirror, and then sort of, like, his eyes tracking to the small bits of cracks in the corner, and then him looking over his shoulder. And he's like, if they can't keep up, this town may be falling into the void faster than the boat can right itself. And then we get a final cut to the Red Queens looking into a mirror at all 5 of you guys, and just sort of like tapping her fingers, steepled, like, I want them dead. And that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Dun, dun, dun.
I should have shot her with gun.
With a gun. That would probably be a bad idea.
It's a good thing I had my pieces.
My
The
God.
bastard cardiologist is still alive. just tired.
Is
I'm
he
fine.
really tired?
Game ends today. It's just like, well, tell us about how you killed the Red Queen. Well, it's a good thing I have my pieces.
So anyways, I
It
started
is.
blasting.
Otherwise, we would be hosed. So it really is a good thing he had his pieces.
How'd
I'm
you
not
kill
saying
the...
that we should be idolizing Frank of all people. I am saying is that it did get us out of a sticky situation.
So how did you defeat the Red Queen? So anyways, I started blasting.
I mean, that's how it happened. Blam, blam.
Blam blam. So what did you guys think? I'm sorry, Keith, and I'm sorry,
That's
Keith
okay.
and Emily, that you guys didn't get to do a ton. But I sort of wanted you here for the role-playing bits to sort of like help establish characters.
I tried to play the fish out of water pretty much as best I could.
Yeah, no,
liked
you did.
the
I thought you
part
did great.
Where all the
Okay.
peasants got decapitated and they started dancing.
But that was pretty good.
I just liked it.
Yeah. I was trying to sell the grotesque nature of this ball, like, right out the gate, as much as I could, right away.
Steven, are we done recording?
Say again?
Are we done recording?
No, not yet, but I'll finish up here and then we can talk about it, I guess. So thank you all for watching. We hope to see you next time, where there's going to be plenty more Wonderland where this came from. And we'll see you all next time. Bye for now.
Da-da-da.